phone, you got the Airbnb picture behind you. So I felt like you got like a therapist vibe, man. You got the whole, you know what I'm saying? You got the whole therapist, like I feel like Cooper Gooding Jr. Like he was like, come on, you won
Hey,
it in Arizona. You ain't gonna make me
hey,
cry, Rome. You ain't gonna make me cry, Rome.
I ain't gonna make you cry. Shit. Let me tell. I grew up with my grandmother. See, I came up in the talk show era, the whole Sally Jesse Raphael, the Jerry Springer. I can't say Jerry because he wasn't really, therapy. The Montel Williams,
If
yeah.
it wasn't for Jerry, it wouldn't be no Zeus. I think that's where Zeus got their formula from. I was like, they was like, and Lemmy Plummer is a pastor's son. Oh, that's even worried. They let bitches beat themselves to death. They don't even have a plot. They just start off beating each other. Hey, bitch! Ah! I don't know the plot. It's like I think Zeus takes fights like porn back in the day when they used to lay it on the blanket with all different booty talks and stuff like that. You don't even know as soon as you put it in, it's like. I think that's what Zeus is to me. Like I don't even know the backstory. I don't like why she's fighting, what they're fighting over. Just be fighting.
Just fighting, just be fighting. You talking about porn back in the day? Porn back in the day, I miss when they had a storyline.
Oh, see, I never watched those. I was always into black porn where people kept their socks on and like never seen a nigga feet. Like those are my days. We was like, oh, okay. No matter what, people just sliding around in gangbangs. That was you grew up in a rich area. You had your dad had a stash. That's what that means. So you got
we had Cinemax at 10 o'clock on a
stash.
we had 10 o'clock on a Friday or Saturday night, man. I'm not going nowhere, baby. It
Oh, you had
was
Cinemax. You grew up with both your parents. I could tell.
yeah, I grew up
You got
both
good
my
upbringing.
parents.
You was at PTA meeting going like this, looking back and forth.
I
They
grew up
both
both mine.
okay. I see it.
Oh man. Um One, it's a pleasure even having you up here, man. I don't know how I was found. I don't know. It's just a pleasure just to have you up here, and I appreciate your time. I'm always feel like time is one of the most expensive things in the world. It's one of the things you can never make back. Just time just is there. And then it's a blessing to have you up here because I kind of refer to you as a young OG, if that
Oh,
makes any sense.
thank you, man. I really
Yeah,
appreciate
man.
it. It means a lot for me, Mr. Davis. And yes, I follow you, so I know a lot of things you're doing. So I reach out to my public. Like, I want to do this. I see what you're doing, and I'm like, you know what? You'd be surprised how many people watch you that you don't know. And comedians, for some reason, won't ever acknowledge that. They'll look at your page from another page, and don't say nothing, and that's just how they are. And it's weird. They never give people or people that are doing something that they admire, and they don't let people give their flowers. They wait till something tragic happens or they're dead to do that. But Miss Davis, definitely, people are watching you. People who are knowing who you are, whether they say it to you or not.
Yeah, yeah. Because I released my special. I recorded my special April the 10th this year, my second one, and it's been doing okay, and it's just a big gamble to be honest with you. So this was my first project that I actually did that wasn't underneath anybody. That was my first independent one. So I look up to guys like you and a lot of other people for just being the blueprint, man, and reaching out to the ones that's just starting out or whatever the case may have, because I don't know about how you came up in the comedy game, but in this one, it's not a lot of real OGs coming up giving us a lot of ideas, or reaching out in period to give us some kind of game.
Yeah, and I think that that's bad because like Miss Davis, trust me, one day them OGs gonna be at the gate like five heartbeats. Say like, look at you, Rome, you look good, baby. Look, you doing it, man. Come on, they be like, let him in. Let Gary Owens in.
Yeah, it's a blessing, man. It's not a lot of OGs, but you know, cause it's dope. I watch you on Wild and Out. I mean, I replay that family reunion thing when you ripped off the dude. I don't know what he had on his head, but
It's a
the
week.
man had.
That was when the front legs first came out. The man unit first came out. I was blown away, and I guess I started doing women's wigs so much that the dude was like, that's a wig," and I was like, no way. And it was such a moment that like it just stopped the whole production. And like it literally shut it down, and it's like DC just tried to keep it going, and he was like, "I can't keep it. I don't know what just happened, man. I never seen on them." and it's funny. And it's funny because it's been around the industry for so long. It's just that we never knew it. Like Jamie Foxx always wearing a wig, and everything Jamie Foxx been doing since In Living Color, that's been a wig. All the training day, all that Even Given Sunday, wig. Steve Harvey, when we thought he had the illest shape up, and who was his barber? Straight up wig. Straight up wig. That's why I was like, man, when I was a kid, I was like, man, his barber is nice. Who is that? I said, wig, you can't never do that. I don't care how much topics you put on it ain't gonna never be that quick. That's wig sharp.
Man, crazy. We've been finding old clips of Steve Harvey. He was like, man, he been going bald for years. I'm like,
right after Def Jam wig.
Yep.
And if you notice, Kevin Hart was snapping on him one time. He was like, Jamie, take that wig off. He got a roast battle. And Kevin Hart just keeps going at Jamie's wig.
You could tell the dude that when he put off his man unit, this man had his shit held down with Elmer's glue. I was like, yeah, that's that kindergarten glue they give you.
Oh, yeah. But so the funny thing is that at the end of that, I had to pay the guy. So, like, because I've been doing crowd work for like the longest. So if you notice any of my specials, if you watch way back in the day, that's kind of been my thing. If you watched my LOL special, you've seen at the very end of it, I literally just went through the crowd and just sat in the crowd doing my jokes. That's normally how I ended my set for the longest, doing all my jokes from the actual crowd, just going and killing people back to back forth. Like, because I kind of get my inspiration from Don Rickles. So if you're a Don Rickles fan, you'll notice that my comedy is very similar to that.
Respect. And now, nowadays, especially as a comedian, you get more penalized now because of crowd work. It seems like other comedians hate on you because of crowd work, but I feel like it's one of the hardest parts of doing comedy is crowd work because you don't know how your audience is gonna, what they're gonna give you, like the response to any answers they give you and stuff like this. Like I could give you a prime example. I was doing crowd work at an open mic, and I went to the next guy and I said, "Hey, sir, what's your name?" He said, "Bang Bang." I said, "You have a blessed day, good sir, and may God bless you." And I just ended my set right there. I was like, I'm done. You know what I mean? So, how do you feel about the crowd work now, like compared to back then?
I was told the entire time I was doing it because my sets have always been something that was just like really interactive. Like I never made a lot of my stuff personal. Like I think the Apollo special, the first time you probably see me do something really personal, maybe talking to my daughter, but most of the times I take my jokes and experiences and I just put them out there as general topics. I never put them close to heart, even though they were. Like when you talk about the cell phone for giving your girl your cell phone, that actually happened to me. My actual girl did go through my phone, and now I'm on the phone with two bitches, like going back and forth, and they're like, oh, da, da, da. And I'm like, da, da, da. I'm like, damn, that's what y'all bitches brought me in for. So I've been through those. I've been through that point in my life of like saving girls' numbers, and I've had women that cheated on me, and I found out, like, and I think it hurt me the most because you ever date somebody that's not attractive, and I dated women just because they were safe, and then when you get cheated on by somebody that you lowered your standards for, it hurts to the point where you were like, really, this what you doing?
Yeah, I've been cheated on. I'm the safe guy.
I get cheated on by a 3. And this is a 3 with makeup. So this is a 1 without it. I'm just talking about this. I'm talking about alopecia. I'm talking about everything. Eczema. I'm putting hickeys on eczema. You know how hard it is to put hickey on eczema? Do you know the kind of skill that it is?
Tasting that Jergens, that CeraVe, that Cetaphil on the neck. Yeah.
You know how long it takes to whisper sweet nothings in a girl? They got a kilo because she can't even hear you properly because the extra skin is covering up the canal. Yeah, I've dealt with a lot of, things like that in my day. And to get cheated on by somebody like that, and I know women that watch it, they're like, oh, well, I got cheated on by a fat guy. It hurts. Because already lowered your standards to somebody and you like, this purse washing. You found somebody else? I had to meet the nigga. I wasn't even on the bitch. I was like, I need to see who else wants this with me.
I stopped cheating, man. It got too expensive for me, man. I didn't know how many 4-for-4s I was buying in one night. I was like, this is it. I gotta tap this out right now. So how many Chili's 3-for-10s you buying? I was like, this. And then like the emotional broke it. Like I was emotionally broke. I was like, how many times I gotta ask somebody how they day going, what you got going on, how many birthdays you gotta remember. And I'm in the era now. I'm 37 now, so I don't even try to mess with the young girls. I try to go for like a stable cougar, Ernestine or Josephine. And I've been trying to go with them older women, but I had one Cougar, she had a pregnancy scare. I was like, I ain't no way in the hell you pregnant, because I don't think I'm ready to be, for you to be my grandbaby mama. Just not ready. You know what I mean? There's no way in hell, And my father, before he
That would have
passed,
been cool. You'd got the senior discount, and your child would have got the child discount. You good.
my dad used to say this line to me all the time. He said, man, it's cool to mess with them older women, but, one day she going to be changing her diaper and the baby's diaper at the same time. I was like, oh. So,
I thought that, Mr. Rome. I think that's fine. I think that, and I only cheated when I was young. I never, like, took it past that. And so I feel you. Ain't nothing like going through the drafting window twice in one night and be like, hey, you again. Shut the fuck up.
You get that,
and all of my goddamn issues. Just because the nigga came to Popeyes twice in one night.
Like, man, you get that crazy girl, they be like, yeah, I asked for a 5-piece nugget. You done snuck one of the nuggets off, and you got 4, and then you got to go back and be like, hey, man, I forgot one of my nuggets.
I'm older, and now I don't date. I think I like date older. I look at it like this. I, even been on a while, I don't date bad bitches. That's what they call them nowadays, they're baddies. I don't date bad. I don't date baddies or bad bitches or whatever they like to call themselves now. I consider myself, I do like beautiful women, but I like them after they fell off. That's my thing. I like a bad bitch when she at her worst. That's what I like. I like a deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Louis Vuitton, like Polo is great, but it's even better when it's at Ross for less. Like, ain't nothing better. Nigga in a brand new Tommy Hilfiger shirt from TJ Maxx. You be like, nigga, I can wear this. Von Dutch is back. Like, so I like bad bitches after they fell off. That's my thing. Like, even if I see a pretty girl, I just take my Instagram down. I just check for years and years, and I wait for after a couple kids and then self-esteem and the lower, and I move right in there. Be like, yep, you right where I need you to be. I would never pay full price for a bad bitch. Not me.
Go to Ross, get a polo shirt. That collar be stretched out all the hell. I've never found one in my size.
I don't want a trophy wife. I want a plaque, bitch. I want a ribbon. I don't want
participation award. You tried.
I don't want a trophy. I just want to be on the podium.
This is crazy. I think it's been harder for me today since I've been in comedy, because now they're like, you so fun, I can't take you serious. I'm like, I know when to be serious. I know when to serious. When I'm about to bump bellies with you, when I'm about to drop a bone off in your mashed potato gravy, I know when to be serious. I ain't cracking jokes 24/7, but it's all good.
It is hard to be taken serious. I will definitely tell you that. You single?
Extremely, like $1 bill.
Got you. I'm gonna take you to Ross for less this weekend and get you some fell off bad bitches. I'm telling you, some bar.
Man, I hope you can find my size, man.
I'm telling you.
I hope you can find my size, man, because I'm a 28 Husky and boy, so I still chopping the kids section. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be rough. It'd be rough.
Discounted baddies. I got you.
Hey man, I need a participation award joint, because I'm over it. How has I've been curious about this, right? Because I love Wild 'N Out. I've been watching Wild 'N Out probably since the Cat Williams, Kevin Hart era, and I stuck with it, and I love it to death, man. How is Wild 'N Out? Because y'all, from what I heard, y'all only film like 2 weeks out of the year, a bunch of episodes. How is the transition from stand up to going to Wild 'N Out, and then being on different on that stage with a different variety of cast that's coming from the stand up era, the sketch era, and even the battle rap era? How is that though?
I think that Nick has created something that is legendary, and I think it's like our SNL, it's like our boot camp. I think Nick took every single thing that was going from sketch to improv to rap, and he took the culture and he put it on his back, but not just for blacks, but for all minorities, because it's been a launch pad for so many people. Look at Matt Rife, look at Timothy DeLogetto, look at all the different people, Rastica, like look at how many and how diverse it is. It's not a person of color or race that don't know what Wild 'N Out is, because it resonates with so many different people. And I think that's what makes it unique. So it's a whole bunch of people. You go into a place and you don't know what's happening. So it's like literally going to boot camp. You get off the bus, and like some people don't make it. You'd be surprised how many people came to workshops and literally cried and couldn't do it and just left. And even though they want to do great things, it's just they created this thing, because if you bomb, you don't come back. So that's why you'll see people that may do one episode, and you be like, I thought you was gonna wild out, and you will see people that never spoke because they don't play that. Like it's eat what you kill type of environment, and I think that's what makes everybody come up with who they are. You'll get DC will come into his own and be fuck you mean that's the character, and Chico and Carlos and me. I brought the slapstick to it because it never had slapstick. It never had a person that's doing pranks or throwing powder or doing wigs and or doing craziness and Mr. Did I take it too far? That was always me. Like taking the line and going like, you know what, whatever it is, whatever the line is, I'm gonna find it, I'm gonna drag that bitch as far as I can. And that's just, what I think I offered the show and it's been the key to my longevity and sometimes my not on the episode list because sometimes it works for you and sometimes it don't. So I live and die by my jokes. Like I think the one joke that I think they never really aired or it cut in half was when I was I'd asked Nick because he was dating Chili after Usher, and that was when everybody with the bump and the herpes was out. Not like he still don't have herpes, and I think that's why some women react they do when they give them a strawberry. They're like, not that one. I'll take one from the bowl, not the one she had rubbed against your lips on my lips because I don't. I mean, I want a T-shirt, but I don't want that type of souvenir. So I think that I said that, and I was like, Nick, you had sex with Chili after Usher. Would you say your favorite Usher song is "You Got It Bad" or "Let It Burn"? And I think that because I was like, either way, you affected. And I think that they never aired it because Nick just was so mad and just like couldn't believe I did that and said those things because it was like super current. So I was always doing the jokes about Diddy before the whole Diddy case came out. The R. Kelly, the Tory Lanez, that was always things that I was doing now that people just not talking about.
Man, we knew something was up with Diddy. I don't want to speak on him too much, but he never closed his mouth anytime he was. And then he always like.
He never aired one episode about this. I've done those many jokes for years. So. And no one was like, you can't talk about this. It's like a lot of things they won't let you talk about. So that environment is weird because there's a lot of people that things you just can't say. Like, and things that, but now the new era that we're going into, because now the live show, is now becoming the TV show. So now the two are intertwined. And I think that's going to make for a better, fresher, off the chain, take it to the next level type of thing.
For sure. How is traveling on the road with because you still got the heart condition? Well, it's not going to go anywhere because it's.
Not till I get a new one, Mr. Davis, unless you got one. My whole thing is, it's been difficult, but as long as I don't die before Gerald Kelly, I think that I'll be okay. I just feel like if Gerald Kelly outlives me, then I did something horribly wrong with somebody.
I just know from that road, man. Like right now, I'm on the road myself, so that's why you see this Airbnb picture. I'm sitting in the hotel room right now, so I was like, So it's one of those processes, man. Because I know on the road the food be horrible, the food be horrible, the mileage on the cars, taking time off from my job, and
the towels and socks you go through being on the road by yourself. I know.
Yeah, the towels and the socks. No, yeah.
Like, why am I doing this? I was popular in high school. I
be going up to the front desk. I need some new towels. Didn't we just give you 4 this morning?
Face towels. I'm gonna be full body. It's not that much anymore. I'm 35.
I'm out. So yeah, it'd be interesting though, man. Because I don't know, because you feel like social media has made it easier for like bookings and reaching out. Because I know you reached out. I was reached out, and like I said, I was surprised. I'm like, what? Damn, I ain't got nothing but 2,000 followers, And I was actually gearing up to release a new season of my podcast. And I'll be honest with you, when I got the email from you, I'm like, Real Michaels, like. So I was like, let me.
To me, Rome, I just said Mr. Davis out of respect, but Rome is like that for me. Like, I feel like that means more to me than going around. And I'm about to do the other ones and stuff like that, but this means more to me because I wanted to be able to, and I watch it. So I was like, this dude is dope. He's going somewhere with it, and I'm telling you, you'd be surprised how many people watch. And you'd be surprised after I do it, how many people do it. You can be like, I got rip on it. Now everybody going to be like, I'm doing it too. I'm going to do it too. Now somebody got to do it first. Somebody got to do it first. Somebody got to co-sign for somebody else to continue this train. And I think that a lot of times people are not willing to do those things, but that's never been me. Everything I've done has been opening up platforms for my friends and opening up for and platforms for rap artists and musicians. Like if you look at all the tours that I created, that was me being on stage and somebody being like, "Man, Rip, I really would like to come on stage," and I'm like, "Come on, man, you do it too. All right, come on, man, you got it too. All right, you know what? I'm doing the arena. You know what? Fuck it, all of us, let's do it together." And that's how these big entities and selling out shows across the country and like being number two in Polestar and doing full arena shows because there's not a lot of comedians do full arena shows. I do 16, 17,000
Mhm.
people with every brand that I do that I created, whether it be the Wild Out tour that I created or whether it be the Fall Back in Love thing that I had like in one show like that this went out this comedy and music that took all my comedian friends and all my R&B and hip hop friends and put them all on the same stage and I had Brandy, Monica, and Mario. I remember when I was booking Mario, he was only asking for $5,000. He was done. Yep. He was in the back of nightclubs going, "You should let me." Uh, I was like, "Man, they got you singing in the back of this." Now the nigga want to talk about phone calls, so I don't do it for that. But yeah, I think that it takes that. Like, and look where people are like now. Like because of that, it's the brand new tour. Because of that, Mario's now opened up on and doing really well. It's just great to see things like
It is. It is. It's. I feel like once you bless, you should also bless others, and that's the cycle that should continue. Honestly.
that. Why not tour started? It literally started because I was always doing arenas and I was always doing my own little things and my own shows like because I'm not from New York. I'm from Chicago. So
Right.
I went to New York and I slept on the streets of New York with my daughter for like about a year, being homeless. And then I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna find a way. So I started taking, like, I went through the whole comedy club route. You know how that goes. And people
Hmm.
were like, oh, you got to bark. You got to bring so many people out. You got to do this. You got to do that. So after a while, I was like, you know what? I'm just making money for everybody else. I'm gonna start doing my own shows. I was just running the Applebee's. Anybody that would let comedy go. And I had one room, 10 rooms. At one point, I had the most rooms in New York. And then Rashid passed away. God rest the dead. And then his family was like, we're going to lose these rooms because the audience is not coming out anymore. And I remember one time being in there, they were like, well, Rip, can you try to, win them back because everybody was just bombing. I was like, he was like, I'll give you an extra $100 if you. I think it was paying like $100 just back then. $100 was just the norm. It was just a paycheck for a 15-minute set. And it was like, we'll double the pay and give you another 100 if you can kill it. And I did that, and I killed it. And I was like, okay. And then after that, I did it again. And next thing I know, I was hosting all of Rashid's rooms. And when they gave me the budget, I was like, you know what? Take half the money and give it to his family, and just let me pay the comics, and just give me a couple $100 for myself, and I'll keep doing this. I had his rooms, my room. So at one point, you couldn't come to New York without calling me because I had 13, 14 rooms, and
Uh,
it just didn't. I carried that same thing on. So when it came to the Wild Out tour, I was working on and writing specials. I've written for so many comedians, you'd be surprised. Um, how many specials I wrote for people and how many bits I wrote for people. You'd be surprised. I told you it's a lot. And
I'm not
that happened.
surprised.
That happened when we were at a show with Nick, and we were just finishing punching up his stuff, and we were doing. I think I was writing stand up on shoot that time, and we were punching up his stuff, and he was like, "Yo, we were watching Cat Williams. We left the club and we went over to Anaheim. We watched Cat Williams, and he was like, "Man, I wish I could sell out arenas like that. I wish I could do that. I wish like look how many people live here." And I was like, "You wait a minute, you started Cat's career." He was like, "Nah, but this is my thing to be like performing this like this. I've never performed like this." And I was like, "You got it, bro." He's like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Give me 6 months. We ain't gonna be doing nothing but these." And I took all the money I had and started in a little room in Queens with like 1,500 people, and then turned that shit into the largest probably TV television show tour ever. We were doing 16, 17,000 seats, doing two arenas in one night, doing 16,000 at Show Palace, and then going to Capital One in the same night. I was treating arenas like comedy clubs. I was doing two. Like, hey, I got a 7 o'clock over here. We're gonna go do a 9 o'clock over here. And they was like, "What? How?" And it was messing up arenas because they were like, "How are you booked? Are you coming? Because you're booked over here, and you're booked here." And I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna do 7 over there, and we're gonna come over here. We'll be here by 9." And they was like, "How?" Taking police escorts going back and forth. Yeah, it's been a ride.
It's a
And
fun
I did
ride
that
though.
all because you know, of someone telling me that this is what they wanted to do. Because Nick has made a lot of people's dreams and it started so many careers. So it was dope to you know to be able to do that with the legacy.
And let me say this: I'm a big fan of Nick Cannon. Always admires Nick's range. Because a lot of people sleep on him. They feel like Drumline was probably his best movie, but I've seen some of his other work. Like he did this movie called The Killing Room.
I seen that.
It was a. I'm like, one. I never. After that, I stopped applying for jobs in the classifieds. I never applied for jobs on Career Builder anymore. And I thought it was a dope movie. I saw both his specials. The Fuck Nick Cannon. Was it Hands Up, Don't Shoot? And I was like, I can see where he's going at with this one. And I got a lot of respect for him because I came up in the all that Nickelodeon era, and I thought it was just dope to see him go from that to what he is now and continue with the multiple shows and the Cannons class and everything like that. So it's mad respect to him, and it's mad respect to you. And I do want to say like I remember I didn't grow up in the Def Comedy Jam era. I had a bedtime. My bedtime was 8:30. So Fridays we had Bad Boys of Comedy, and she talking about the cat on the bread. It's probably one of my favorite bits off that show, next to the Tony Woods and the Downtown Brown special, when the guy with the missing the tooth. So that was the era.
Ronnie Jordan, that fat nigga at the
door. that fat nigga at the door.
Dope. That's dope. Come on, man. I did that too. That was fun to be on that. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was a strong.
Just paying niggas in outfits and kissing niggas on the cheek after they said. That's probably where they air my shit. I was like, I don't want no kiss. Everybody you see that air got a kiss, but no one talked about that. No, you'll never hear Ronnie Jordan talk about how Diddy kissed him on the mouth. But niggas, okay.
That was a great era, man. That HBO era was wild. I don't think that show gets enough respect. I know you had to kiss him in the mouth and get an outfit, but I don't think Bad Boys of Comedy gets enough respect.
It wasn't a prerequisite. It just happened after the fact. It wasn't in the contract.
I was thinking like, oh, you did a good job, man. Your set gonna air tonight, but you got to take the outfit.
No, he made everybody wear outfits. A lot of people don't know that. You couldn't wear your own clothes, so he had a wardrobe department, and because and you had to wear Sean John. Everybody, if you notice, wore some type of Sean John. So and then John, like everybody, it was just a rows and rows of Sean John. And everybody who had a great set, he come to you like, "Yo, great set, Playboy."
Take that. I don't know. How do you feel about the new era of comedy though? Like with the skits and everything, and then cancel culture trying to cancel you for every little thing. Like I think cancel culture ruins everything because they look too deep into it. But how do you feel about like the skits? Do you consider the people that do the skits, and do you consider them comedians as well too, or how do you feel about that?
Absolutely, man. They are showing the industry that the way we did it and standing for these clubs and all the bullshit we had to go through, it's not necessary. They're selling out arenas and they're doing door deals that took us years to get. They have comedy clubs calling them because they can pack rooms. I think it has impacted it so much. And I think it has taken in the positive direction, and it has put comedy back into our hands versus how it used to be of us, okay, well, one black at a time. Okay, well, we good. And it took that away. And I think now you can find an audience that connects, and you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised who's actually watching. So sometimes it's not even about how many followers or how many views. It just takes the one right view. It just takes the one person or the one episode or somebody to see something for you to contact you. But hey, man, I want to be on this podcast. Hey, man, I want to do this. Hey, man, can you jump in this movie? And I think that's what makes it great. So people who like to hustle and get up and make their own destiny is the perfect time.
It is. The power of having an iPhone and some good Wi-Fi is amazing.
Come on now.
It's amazing.
Reach on Miss Davis.
You get some Wi-Fi.
The cycles come down. And when God come back. Amen.
And you pay that Verizon bill. And you set up that Wi-Fi. You get on that hotspot. You
Hey,
connect
man.
to that free Wi-Fi in front of that
Get him, you.
Starbucks, and you shoot 30 seconds, and you take a towel from the hotel, not one of the ones that came from my room, a fresh towel.
Take your time.
You can change your life
Change your life.
if you do something trending.
Mm-hmm.
You too can wildin' out.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Pastor Davis. I think everybody, Pastor Davis, everybody, Pastor.
I'm the first passer. I only take cash. No
That's
text,
it.
right? That's it. I don't want no text. Don't give me no. I don't want no Venmo, no cash. I had a pastor tell me he gave me his Apple Pay one time. I went to a church. I said, I ain't never heard of this.
That's great. That is technology. That is technology.
Yeah, it is.
Going around with a square, just swipe your phone. That is actually, my church is like that too now. Like you can actually, they take it however. They take everything. Cash App. And they say it's the only thing you can Venmo us, you can Cash App us, you can Apple Pay us, you can, yeah.
Yeah. I do got a question. I'm curious. I'm gonna keep going back to it because I'm all over the place. What clip of mine's on my social media or what video did you see or that you was like, all right, I want to reach out to Buddy?
I saw your special, and I forget what you were doing on the podcast. But like how you said you're going deep with me and you're engaging, and it was just, you said something to the guy, and I was like, huh. I was like, does he take journalism? But you don't. I thought you were a journalist. I thought you were like a radio host. And then when I did my research, you was a comedian. I was like, oh, okay. Well, this is fire. I was like, this is the next Charlemagne, even though he looks like Big Tigger. I'm just jabbing. Now you about to come at me.
Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool.
When a nigga lean up and start doing this shit.
I'm cool.
It's like when them young niggas start pulling up their pants and they about to punch a nigga. They be like, what?
I'm cool.
Anytime a nigga do this, he's like, man, if you don't take that goddamn daughter jacket, Louis Vuitton jacket off,
Nah,
tiny ass jacket wearing ass. I can tell. Nigga, this is what you about to tell.
I'm cool. I'm cool.
No, he do a snap a swing. That nigga was like, okay, Rip, you got one more. You got one more. I'm trying to let you in because you're dying.
Oh,
Respect my elders. I don't want to talk about the handicap.
I have a mentor, but he's not technically a comedian. The James Cooper. I go to this. It's called Iron Sharpens Iron. I've been going there since I've been in comedy. James Cooper, venue on 35th Street in Norfolk. Every Thursday, I'm there. And when I got into the podcast, I bombed one night so bad. They cut the lights off on me. They cut my mic. The lady threw a chicken bone at me. I was like, yo, I don't think I want to do this no more. And then I just got back into it. But James was telling me, hey, man, when it comes to your comedy, you need to watch a variety of comedy, like a whole variety of comedians. It don't matter, because I was like, just watching like one comedian. I was watching a bunch of Kevin Hart stuff. He's like, nah, man, expand. So I started expanding, and I got into a lot of different comedians. And then I started the podcast. I watch podcasts almost every day.
That's where journalism come from. I really thought you had like a degree in journalism.
Nope. Just a nerd. I collect action figures. I watch Tubi and YouTube all day, because I think that's one of the best sources of stand-up comedy. If you don't want to pay for Netflix or get any of those subscriptions, I think Tubi and YouTube are like great, because you get like the Walter Latham comedy page. You might get like the Kings of Comedy before the movie, or you might get the Bad Boys of Comedy stuff, and you'll see like different varieties. And like YouTube, man, it's an endless variety.
Your top 5 before we get out of here. Bro.
Top 5 comedians?
Mm-hmm. What's your top 10? I'll give you your top 10.
I give you 5, because if I name, well, I give you 10, and I can't put them in order.
We're gonna ride it. Go ahead.
We're gonna ride it. Seinfeld, Eddie, Moms Mabley, Carlos Miller, Seton Smith. And my bench, because I love these two to death, is Takara Williams and Zainab Johnson. I love those two comedians.
You mean Zainab?
Zainab, I apologize. I'm sorry.
You said Zainab. I was like, Zainab. I think it's
Yeah.
That's fire. I know every single person you name. That's fire. That's fire. I think Zaynab would be very happy to hear that. But she is funny and she's a beast. She don't get a lot of credit, especially to Takara too. That's dope that you get your nose too. That's fire. Fire. And Moms Mabley, what's your favorite Moms Mabley joke? Because not too many people say that. I'm a huge fan.
I performed at her club one time. It's the joke when she was I forgot what late night show she was talking about, but she said I was on the plane, and she said I had something about her drawers, and she had a terrible cold, and she was talking about dating this guy, and they went to a funeral, and the guy was so old, his name was Pops or something, and the pastor was like, you should stay too, because you next. I just like her storytelling. That was like the only two clips that I seen of Moms, because it's kind of hard to get her stuff sometimes with the YouTube, and they don't really have it on streaming platforms like that.
You got to go get them. They are available. You just got to buy them because my leave to me was in an era where you couldn't say stuff and making statements that mattered. And I think that's what drew me into her. Like when she was sitting there and she was on a talk show and she goes, she drops her mink coat on the floor. And she's like, oh, no, it's okay. I got another one. And then she's like, yeah, I'm sorry I'm late. The police gave me a ticket when I was coming here. She was like, I drove through a red, I drove straight through a red light. And they were like, why would you do that? She was like, because all the white people were going on green, so I figured red was our light. Fire. To me, to make that joke at that time about segregation was fire. Because she was just saying it's blacks and whites and saying that they were able to go. And she was like, this is the nigga like, that's basically what she was saying with that joke. And for that to be perceived and make a statement in comedy, fire. And I don't know too many people that have that power and ability to just conversationally make that. One of the best bits I've ever seen. And that when she does talks about the horse trigger. Fire.
Fire. You got a top five?
Yeah. To me, Don Rickles is the pinnacle for me. Um, as far as like creativity on the spot, just coming up with just great and being able to place in any environment. And that's what uh, uh, I, 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 I try my best to live up to be able to perform in any facet of comedy because a lot of people can't perform in every facet. Like you can't name it. With me having to raise my daughter in comedy, allowed me to be in so many different genres of comedy and be in positions to do things that most comics would never have the opportunity. I've done people's basements, I've done cruises, I've done weddings. I did a whole military tour with the USO and did comedy in submarines. I've done a whole aircraft carrier when they brought all the planes up to the top and entertained 6,000 troops. I've done it on an attack ship in the middle of the ocean. I've done it at golf courses. I did the governor's ball. And I think that I've worked with Robert De Niro and so many different facets of just being able to put me in anywhere and just go and find the common ground versus me pushing my opinion or my jokes that are pre-written and make it say, oh, well, fuck it, it's the crowd that don't laugh. So I think that's what makes Don Rickles one of my favorites because no matter where you put Don, it could be in Harlem, it could be it could be in Southeast Asia, it could be an Indian crowd. He just had the ability to just make every single person laugh all the time. Next would be huge Tony Robbins. I don't care what no one else says. No one, I don't care how large you are, can really follow Tony Robbins. And if they say they can, they're lying. Because Tony Robbins is an assassin. The way he leaves the stage shaking and just vibrating, insane. Insane. And of course, we're going to go Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy, of course, we're going to go Pryor. And then my number one would be Mitch Hedberg.
Mitch?
Mm-hmm. Huge Mitch Hedberg. I know Mitch for a very long time. And like the way he was able to just transform himself and take irony jokes and just flip it so effortlessly. Like, I don't know if you're a Mitch Hedberg fan or familiar with it, but just to be able to flip anything and just have two things play against each other and make it the funniest thing in the world. Like he'd be like, oh, somebody was knocking on my wall and I like to play my music down. So they'd say, boom, 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 turn it down, boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, hey, there is no door on this side. Please go around. So those just like it's insane, man.
For sure.
Insane.
For
Like
sure.
that Dufresne joke that he has, so fire. When he goes and talks about the reservations of the people, and he goes like he loves going out to fancy restaurants, and when he gets there, he goes like, yeah, they say your name and be like, Davis, party of two, Davis, party of two, Dufresne, party of three, Dufresne, party of three, and when they don't show up or they don't hear nothing, they just move on to the next person. Dufresne, party of three, Dufresne, party of three, okay, Spencer, party of four, and they be like, no, what happened to Dufresne? How the hell can we eat when we know people are missing? We need to form a search party of two, like that type of style is insane because it's so smart, and so genius. And of course, I think I love Chappelle's ability to call back and to storytell and to bring you in. I think that's fire to me
For sure. For sure. Well, Mr. Michaels, I appreciate the time that you gave me. I appreciate you reaching out. It's a blessing. Like I said, a
too. More
young
coming
OG.
to this show. You heard it right here, Rick Michaels. I want to see more people on Home Davis' podcast. If you're not on this because you're scared, Ari Spears with your raccoon eyes, Gary Owens only doing shit for white people. Bring your ass on a real podcast and stop doing the shit that other people already done. Come do something that matters. Rome Davis in the A-Loft right now in Virginia. Right, get your ass over here too and do this goddamn podcast. Carlos Miller, bring your ass over here when you're not doing your own podcast and do Rome Davis's podcast.
My God. God bless, brother. I'm praying for you. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Heart, if you get one, I won't ask no questions. Put it in the cooler. Little type A positive.
A positive.
There you go.
I got you.
Won't he do it?
Won't he will.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Have a good night.